Welcome back, everybody. Glad to have you back on the channel for the Dynasty rebuild, the UTEP Miners. We got the home opener, week 2. Had a tough loss last week on the road at College Station, but here it is in front of our home crowd. We're going to try to get a win here on this is actually the first user game of this online Dynasty, so it's going to be a tough one. We're going to see if the run and shoot can beat users with the people out there on YouTube looking at all the cheese plays. We're going to see if we can beat it with regular football. So it's going to be a good test. It's going to be a good game. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching. And make sure you give me a like and a subscribe, guys, if you want to see more of this content, because I'm going to have every week's game coming along with some practice and some offense install. But let's get into the game. We're going to kick it off to start the game, and let's see if we can get a win in front of the home crowd.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback.
We're coming out in a cover 0 blitz, see if we can stop the run early in the game. And I want you guys to watch number 88, the tight end, because this could have been bad. If this was a play action, that's a touchdown. So that's something that I'm going to have to make sure that I take care of going forward in this game, because you can't leave a guy that wide open. Even though it was a run, the cover 0 blitz worked. We got a loss of a yard. I'm not liking the way that looked just looking back at this game tape.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24.
And there he is, number 88. So it looks like the opponent saw that guy get wide open on play 1. They noticed it too, and they go right to him. Something we got to fix.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Takes the handoff. It's Roberts. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more
2nd and 5, coming back out in that same cover 0 blitz. And the star defender is lined up over number 88. And again, he just lets him go. A big problem in this coverage. That's not going to work for us going forward. Got to find a different play. They had a good play on 1st down, and now a huge gain on 2nd down. Not good.
And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm.
These 5-yard gains on 1st down aren't going to cut it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire.
On 2nd and 5, he takes a shot, and we just lay a big hit in the end zone. Well timed. Needed that. Break it up. 3rd and 5.
And you talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals.
So this time we're doing a zone blitz, a cover 3 match zone blitz. Playing the weak side linebacker, trying to roam in the middle of the field. 3rd and 5. And we have good coverage in the seam. We swat it. I would have preferred he gets the pick, but we still hold him to a 4th down. He should be going for a field goal here. But this is a video game, and as you'll see, a lot of times people like to go for it on 4th down instead of taking the points.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
I'm in man-to-man coverage on the halfback on the wheel. I lose him. He beats me, and I just get lucky. He drops it in the back of the end zone on 4th down. I take over. 0-0 game. I'm on offense.
One that did not pay off.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the...
So I come out in double outs. It's a play that worked for me really well in last game. But I want you guys to pay attention to this lots of space right here on the backside. That backside slant is going to open up a lot when they have all their guys out there on the strong side of the formation. So I hit the backside slant, get a quick gain, and we keep it moving. Here I'm coming out in a new play that we didn't run at all last week. We just installed it into the offense. It's called Georgia. This one's actually Georgia Mesh, but it's the same thing. And I'm going to have a whole video on slants and Georgia Mesh. So if you want to see that one, make sure you like and subscribe and pay attention. You'll see it when it comes out later this week. So that time it didn't work. It was one-on-one coverage, and our guy just dropped it in the flat. But we're going to come right back out in Georgia, and this time the regular Georgia, and we're just going to audible it to a mesh look. And basically we're attacking the right side. It's a high-low read on the cornerback on the right side. Look at that. He goes high. We throw it low. Wide open, first down. We're going to run a lot of Georgia in this game, you'll see.
Quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there.
First time we play inside zone this game. It didn't work, but we've got to threaten it. We've got to try it a little bit. We got a fast quarterback. We got to see if we can run with the ball. But that didn't work, so we go right back to Georgia. That's going to be a big theme in this game.
And all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive.
We're reading off of this guy right now. He goes to the flat. The curl's wide open.
Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Miners are facing 3rd and inches.
So wide offset with the inside zone worked a lot against the CPU in the last game. So we're going to try to do that here. Doesn't look super favorable. So I do a couple fake audibles, see if we can get them to think we're passing. And then stick with inside zone and get stuffed. It's 4th and inches now.
4th down as this defense makes a play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because...
Now this isn't the smartest call. It's 4th and inches, so you can go for it on inches, but I'm outside the 40s on my own side of the ball. I needed to punt this here. I get stuffed, give the ball right back to him in really good field position. So this was a huge mistake coaching-wise.
Short on 4th down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
This is a great stop on 1st down. We haven't had a lot of those so far this season, but on 1st and 10, hold them to a 1-yard rush. I love that.
To the football, man. It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This is a mistake in my understanding of the match rules. I'm supposed to be covering that guy. I thought I was going to pass him off to the Mike linebacker. So once again, I'm a liability in coverage. The opponent finds it, gets a 1st down.
It's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can...
Coming out in a man blitz here. It's the same play that he dropped the touchdown on earlier. I covered up the halfback much better this time, forced him to throw the ball away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Right back to the air.
So in pass coverage, I'm getting torched under the middle, but we lay the boom at the goal line. The ball pops out. We pick it up. We scoop, and we try to score. It's going to be a long return, but it looks like nobody's going to catch me. This is what I've been waiting for. The defense has not been good, but now here they are making up for it with 6 points on the scoreboard. Crowd's getting hyped. Here we go. Finally, we got some momentum. The Miners pumping them up. And here we go. We take the lead. It's 7-0 at home for our home opener at the end of the first quarter. You got to love that.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on Herb. But sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
We're back on defense after the kickoff. See if we can get another stop. We're calling a cover one-man blitz and just zoom right into the backfield for a big sack.
The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job.
Clearly a passing situation, so I'm coming out in my cover 3 drop, trying to keep everything in front of me. I'm all over the pass. Should have been another turnover there. That should have been a pick.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw.
I almost got him in the backfield there, but I'll settle for the pass breakup, take the punt, 4th and 17, get the ball back. Let's see if we can get some more points on the board.
And the Blue Hens send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No fair catches here, looking for room. There he goes, open it up. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that.
Big time defensive stand, nice punt return. Here we are in scoring position already on 1st and 10, up 7-0. Let's see if we can get another touchdown here with the offense this time.
UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of...
Double out's pretty well covered up. I should have maybe thrown to the slant quickly, but we got the fast quarterback. Let's scramble. Got a slide there. Don't dive, guys. Tap square for the slide.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13.
I like the look for a run. It's a 6-man box. I prefer a 5-man box, but I like the look. We take it right up the middle. Try to get in there. Man, you got to try to finish that run, though.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, 1 little crease. He puts his foot around. He gets north fast.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it.
Here we go, kind of like a goal line look, a little bit better than a pistol front. Finally getting into the end zone on the 3rd run. Here we go, baby, the 6-7 celebration. We're up 14-0 at home.
I love this offense's response.
16 would have been much better off to take the touchback.
So the opponent's coming out in the power I, so I go and widen out my safeties to try to make sure I get good contain on the edges. See if I can get him to bounce it back inside. I do, but then he finds a hole and still gets 7 yards. So it's good contain, but we got to have our interior linemen do a little bit better of a job. But see if we can just, the main thing is I don't want him bouncing any big runs to the outside.
You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
All down, but he
Again, with another big run right up the middle in the A-gap, this is a problem now.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So I put on the Tom two-man stunt here to try to get a little bit more clog in the middle of the line. See if this helps. He goes outside. I have contain. But then again, he bounces off and runs it right up the middle for a long touchdown. So we're containing, and he's going up the middle. This is, we're going to have to come out in a different defense. This isn't working for us. Back on offense, and we're going to come out in a run here. We want to make sure we keep the defense honest. This is a pass-first offense for sure, but we got to run and shoot in the run and shoot. So here we go. It's a run right up the middle in the A-gap. And good push, broken tackle. Really would have liked to have bounced that harder to the outside and get a touchdown. That could have broken for a touchdown, but I'll definitely take the good 13-yard rush on first down. That's a really good start to the drive.
Job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42.
And this is a not good run on first down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Here in the wide set, it's a 6-man box. I'd prefer to run against a 5-man box, but again, we get another pretty good run. Make it 3rd and manageable.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Blue 22. Might be changing the route.
So I audible to the slant dragon, and the slant's open on the left side, but I saw my man on the right beat his guy in press. I really wish I'd have put a little bit more air into that ball. That should have been a touchdown. But in hindsight, if I'd have looked backside when I audibled to the slant dragon concept on the left, I should have just taken the slant and gotten the first down.
He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains.
Going for it on 4th, and this time I'm just a little bit late on the slant, and somehow the defender comes up with it. So that was a pretty bad play. I should have been a little bit quicker. Could have been a first down. Turns out to be a turnover.
Great job by the safety. You see safeties back in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, understanding where he's throwing the football. Great break, great interception.
So I see he's in a normal formation, so I go and put my safeties to a normal split. I don't want them wide for a passing situation. So we come out in a cover 2 with a cover 3 shell to try to see if we can get him a little bit confused when he reads the defense. He finds the open receiver underneath. That's a pretty good play on his part.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
So if you've been playing this game for a while, you already know this, but as you can tell, I'm waiting to see what formation he comes out in before I select my play. This is a big-time mistake that a lot of people will make in the beginning when they're new to the game, just picking their defense, and then it doesn't suit the offensive formation. So you got to make sure you wait and see what kind of personnel they put on the field. That way you can call an appropriate defense. Obviously, that didn't work in this case because he just gashes me right up the middle on a slant and just makes me look like I don't know what I'm doing. But maybe I don't know. But anyway, you want to make sure that you don't
come out in a passing formation when they're in power I, and vice versa. You're not going to come out in 3-4 grizzly when they're in a 5 wide situation. Always make sure that you try to match personnel on the field.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Coming back out in the wide offset, it gets me pretty good passing lanes. I throw this guy in motion to see if they have anybody in man coverage. It's clear he's not in man coverage. He's got 2 defenders versus my 3 receivers over here. There's going to be wide open receiver, and there he goes. He breaks the tackle, and that's a 1-play touchdown. That's what we like to see. And that's exactly what this offense is all about. A whole lot of dink and dunk, and then a quick strike touchdown. That's what we need to see. We need to see explosive plays from these wide receivers.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering.
Coming back out in a coverage defense on first down because I can see he's in a passing formation. The blitzing Mike linebacker breaks right through the gap and gets a nice stop in the backfield. This is exactly what we want to see. You know, just call a basic defense and let your guys make the plays.
Make sure everything's straightened out and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5. It's 2nd and long.
My guy's falling apart now. He's losing control here. That's 2 straight false starts or delay of game penalties.
Lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Hauls it in. Across the 25, he's got room. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Timeout taken by the
3rd down and 9 at the end of the first half. This is a big play. Definitely a passing situation. So I put the Texas 4-man stunt on the defensive line. See if I can get some pressure without sending a blitz and just try to keep as many guys out in coverage as possible because this is a really big play.
Off the boot, looking for his man. And as he throws. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them.
So after that huge play on 3rd down with a big hit, knocking the ball free, he's kind of panicking here. It's 22 seconds left in the half, and he's going for it on his own 22-yard line. So this is a huge risk. I come out in max coverage, try to see if I can just make sure I knock the ball free or pick it off. Don't need to really send any blitzers or anything. Definitely not a running situation. So this is pure pass coverage. Sit back and let the ball come to you. He's got nobody open. He's got the halfback open on the angle route early, but he's pushing it downfield. That's nothing. That's huge because now, at worst, I'm going to get another 3 points before the half. This is 3 points right here.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint and try and put some points on the board.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive.
Light box, run the ball.
Keeping it on the
One-play touchdown.
It's Jones. Got some room in at the goal line. And he runs it across goal. Touchdown, UTEP.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing a two-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long. End of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. It was them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The run inside. It's Roberts. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Took care of it himself. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark it.
Number 16, the Texas Longhorns.
So we got the ball to start the second half. We're going to come out and keep it simple. Just the base of this offense is X choice, so that's what we'll run here to start the second half.
Some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
I'm attacking this weak side safety for X choice. He crashes down, opening up the post, wide open. And man, if I had some speed, that could have been a one-play touchdown. I like the play though.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
Running inside. It's Jones. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This is X choice again. I'm attacking this safety. So we'll see he crashes outside the double team square. So I look over the middle at those two guys, and I see we're wide open on the drag.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Started this drive with a bang, but now it is third down.
All that space out there for X to be open, but it just gets swatted down at the line. That's a shame.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side.
And this is just way too weak. You can't do that. That's terrible. This is 100% user error. That should be 3 points to make it a 17-point game. That's going to come back and bite me later.
That kicker needed to club up. Unfortunately, the ball hits the crossbar.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. On the ground, it's Roberts. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
after getting knocked back to open this drive at 2nd and 12. Off-play action. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep him covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Leaves it with the running back. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team.
Another third down stop on his own side of the field, and another time where the opponent's going to go for it on 4th down. I guess he figures he's going to lose this game if he doesn't score now, so this could be a huge stop on defense.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a
And I have a defender just come screaming in. Should have been a sack. He finds the crosser on the tight end crossing and gets the first down. That's a killer, man. Just another half a second, and that would have been basically ball game right there.
The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Finds his man. It's Graves. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Blue Hens can really attack on this 2nd and short.
So clearly he's getting some momentum here. He got that first down and then 2 other quick passes back-to-back for 2 more first downs. So I need to tighten it up.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
The Blue Hens are rolling down the field.
This is a good read for him. He high-loaded me over the middle, and I took the high guy because you always want to protect the deep ball first. He sees that and takes the underneath ball and gets another first down. Another quick pass and another first down.
But how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield?
And the Blue Hens, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Using his legs, it's Silver.
Now he keeps trying this power run, and it's not like I'm getting stops behind the line of scrimmage, but it's not really working super great for him. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job bottling it up. Here he comes out again in another power I formation. I guess he just wants to try to play ball control, and that should have been a little bit less of a gain, but still I feel like I'm right there.
Closer and closer to pay dirt. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion.
One more time out of the I formation, the power I. He runs the triple option, which I feel like that was just a perfectly timed, perfectly called play on offense. I tip my cap to you there. That was a good play.
Wow, this offense 25, no attempt at a return.
Back on offense. Try to put this guy in motion. See if I can get one of those linebackers to leave the box. Didn't really work, but still, it's nice to use motion on a run every now and then because a lot of times people use motion for a pass. So I don't know if you noticed, his linebacker did move back, take his first step back because of that motion. I think made him think pass. But either way, I want to get the clock running. We got 40 seconds left in the third quarter, and I'm up a touchdown, which is feeling like not a very great cushion. I wish I had made that field goal, but anyway, the clock is running. See, I just need to basically get this first down, and it looks really good over here on the left side, but he ends up backing up and covering it wide open on the right side with Georgia. And I mean, that's a beautiful, that's perfection when you run Georgia right there.
And the offense punches in it again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
The Miners doing push-ups. We're kicking the ball back off, up 14 points basically at the start of the fourth quarter. There's just 13 seconds left in the third. So this is a pretty good cushion. I am feeling a little bit good. I might start bringing the blitz. You see I'm selecting like a 5-man pressure here on this play. But before I hit select, I'm making sure I see what play he picks. And look, I'm glad I did that because he comes out in the heavy run formation. So then I switch to my run defense.
So the final period starts with a second down play.
And this is just me over pursuing that. That's just terrible user on my part. Either way, it would have been a first down, but I gave him an extra free 10 yards because of my terrible stick skills.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
The Blue Hens come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Graves. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
I'll draw this up as a win, honestly. He's got a pocket passer quarterback. If I make him scramble and he ends up getting 9 yards on the scramble, which isn't great, but he's not calling his plays thinking quarterback run. So from my thought process is that's still a win, and I'm not letting him do what he wants to do on offense, which a lot of times that's what you need. If you just take away what the opponent is trying to do, then they're going to make a mistake. And here he is. He comes back out in the power eye because that's the only thing that he's been having like some moderate success with. But as you can see, he's down a lot. That's not enough time really to just do that for 2 touchdowns to come back just to tie the game.
Second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
And of course, the injury timeouts to stop the clock. This is NCAA, or this is college football 27. So, you know, whenever you want the clock to run, of course, you're going to have some kind of twisted ankle or cramp or something, and it's going to stop the clock. It never fails. When you want the clock to run in the fourth quarter, somebody gets hurt. But this is a big stop on third down. He's going to have to go for it here.
First down on third and short. How about the defense? Everybody staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop. Now setting up fourth down.
Tough to stop the fullback dive on 4th and inches. So whatever. I mean, he's moving the ball a little bit, but the clock is running. We're down to almost 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and we're up 2 touchdowns. Honestly, I'm okay with him just doing this over and over and over again because that plays into my hand. But here it is, another outside pitch on the triple option. Now I've noticed this is a problem because he's run it twice, and he's gotten outside and gotten 2 touchdowns on this. So got to make a mental note of that. That's a big threat for us going forward.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer?
Back on offense, and I'm coming out in deep choice from wide offset. I've shown a lot of runs from this, but I did get a touchdown with a quick pass on this. So this is definitely not a running box. I'm going to just play the deep choice. And look, triangle's wide open on the drag, but I just had happy feet in the pocket. I should have just thrown at the triangle. That sack is a killer right there. If I'd have been able to just, I guess I was seeing ghosts or feeling the pressure. If I'd have just hung out in the pocket, that would have been at least a 6-yard gain. So a little bit happy feet on my part with the quarterback.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Colson.
Got some of it back here, but now we're 3rd and long, which is a little bit of a trouble because that takes away some of the run. I'm still going to run it if he gives me a light box and I see a favorable box, but it definitely makes us one-dimensional right now.
They have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
So it's not a light box. I definitely have to throw the ball here. We go all go and see if we can get one of the guys open in the seams. X was open super quick, but I didn't throw it in time. So I dump it off to the halfback, and we're going to have to punt it. We're only up 7. It's 2-minute warning. Let's take it to the 2 and punt it and see if we can force another long drive or maybe a turnover.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now we're setting up 4th down.
We're going to pass defense on first. He gets a quick crosser to the tight end for 4 yards. But the clock is running, and it was only a 4-yard gain, so we can live with that.
I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6.
Pressure right in his face, and man, if that was anything except for a defensive lineman, that would have been a pick 6. I would have loved to have taken that ball away, but still a good play on defense.
I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game, and I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch.
Big time 3rd down. We are up a touchdown. It's late in the game. Need this stop right here. Going to do maybe a 5-man blitz, cover 3, match underneath, and try to get a little bit of pressure, but I don't want to send the house. I know he's passing it here. So we come out in 3 high, and we're calling a blitz with the mic. It's actually it's just a cover 3 sky. And again, he finds me underneath, this time with his fast wide receiver, gashes me for 10 yards. Another first down. I'm actually really surprised he's not hurrying up right here, but we gotta get a stop because we're only up 7, and I'm really not comfortable right here.
There was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered. Man,
They've got a first down.
First down coming out in cover 4 quarters. Just making sure I can keep everything in front of me, and there's like some matching principles underneath, so the crossers should get taken away. I can't believe that he came down with that. And then another 10 yards after the catch. It's crazy. I shouldn't have even clicked on. I should let the computer handle it because he would have at least gotten tackled immediately, if not the ball knocked out. That was, man, I'm screwing everything up with my user, and it's becoming a problem right now.
This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again.
Got it locked up. The broken tackle's killing me. Thank goodness there's somebody right there to clean up because, man, that should have been a loss of 2. I'll take a gain of 3. We got 50 seconds with the running clock and up 7. But I'm starting to feel a little bit worried about this because these guys are – he's driving. He's finding the guys open underneath. And I just got to figure out how to get a stop.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the move.
A lot of people are using this gun eye tight formation. I guess it works really well against the CPU, but I mean, if you just come out in like a 3-4 with either a Tampa 2 show 3 or a cover 3 sky where you have that safety in the box, it's a lot easier to stop than people think. You just got to make sure that you have a safety in there in the run fits. So we were able to shut that down for a 4-yard gain. Not great. Another shot wide open to the flat, and 17 seconds left. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. And this is a problem here because I feel like he's going to just start running the ball here on me now.
both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Snap in the shotgun.
Big time swat from the D lineman. That's huge. Needed that. It stops the clock, but it's a no gain. So that I will take it.
For this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
We got good coverage underneath. He tries the crosser again. Big hit. Somehow he comes down with it. Kind of crazy if you ask me. I feel like that he got hit from the back and the front with the hit stick on the front side, so that should definitely have not been a catch in my opinion, but whatever. Now here we go. He's going to go for it for the win with 11 seconds left. Man, I really wish I'd made that field goal earlier. I'm watching for the triple option because he's got that inside the 5 twice already. He runs it again. Oh, and there we go. The game glitches on him. It's a blessing. I'll take it because we needed a win. I was looking for the triple option anyway, but I'll take it. We'll take the win. GG's, boys.
Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or 2. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the Hens team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their Hens team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
After we recover the onside, time to run out this clock. We call a run play here. Just anything to get the clock moving and secure this victory. Take some time off. Of course, he's going to call a timeout. 6 seconds left. I think I'll just call a pass play and just scramble around for 6 seconds, and hopefully he doesn't get a fumble on me. Definitely not going to give him this ball back. Anyway, happy to get a win. We're now 1-1 on the season. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Hopefully you like this content. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this rebuild. If you haven't already, just make sure you like and subscribe to the page, and hit the notification if you want to see when all the new videos come out. I've got some more run and shoot system install videos coming out after this one, a little bit about the double slants and the dragon and some Georgia, and just a little bit more instructive stuff, as well as the Dynasty rebuild. So hopefully, guys, you like this content. If you do, just give me a like and subscribe and stick with me. We got a lot more coming up. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.
Win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us as the